Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel where we are the squad and you are the studs. If you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Stephen James. I talk about men's fashion, lifestyle, grooming. So if you like those kind of topics, consider sticking around. Maybe check out that subscribe button and click it with that bell notification icon so it lets you know whenever I put out new content for you guys. Today's video topic, I am actually making this because I noticed that there are so many gentlemen, there are so many dudes and men and guys that have no idea how to use perfume. Cologne, perfume, eau de toilette, whatever you want to call it, it's fragrances, and a lot of guys are using these wrong. So today we're going to clear that up and also go over what kind of fragrances you might want to get. Let's get into the video. So before we actually get into the perfumes itself, we need to know a little bit about the terminology, what types of notes compose a perfume, and what we're going to be aiming when we're actually talking about finding the right perfume for you. So we're going to start off with the different types of notes, or what some people might call hints in a perfume. It's like those different smells that you get with one single perfume. You divide them in three. You have your top notes, you have your mid-tones, and then you have your base notes. So we're just going to go over them real quick just so you have an idea of what exactly these things are. If you want a more in-depth video, just let me know. Leave it in the comment section down below and I will make a video specifically on these things so you can have a much broader spectrum of information, I guess. First is the top notes. This is that initial in the face that you get when you have a perfume. Maybe you're walking in the mall, maybe you're walking down some, I don't know, store or something, and somebody gives you one of these little papers with that freshly sprayed perfume and you suddenly go like this. I like that. That is the top note. Usually it's that first impression. So this is really important when you're looking for in a perfume because first impressions, they matter, guys. So keeping a first impression in mind, you want to get something that gives a good first impression. You want something that smells good right off the bat. However, that's not all there is to it. After those top notes, you have your midtones, okay? These midtones, these are the ones that are later on in the day revealed, right? This is like an onion, you peel it, okay? You peel layers until you get to the good stuff. Midtones are that part of the perfume where it's not that strong, but you can still get it. Maybe somebody walks by you, you still get that strong perfume, but then these tones, they change, okay? It's not that initial first impression, but it's also not too subtle. It's not too backed off, you know what I'm saying? It's something right in between. It's that nice smell that you get that's not projecting everywhere. It's more like a personal thing, but also some people can pick it up if they are looking for someone who smells good, in particular, women. And then finally you have your base notes. Base notes. This is where the entire perfume is actually built off of. Most of the time these things are the spicier, woody, leathery type smells that these are going to be the base notes because they can be quite overwhelming. This is the part of the perfume where it gets really sexy because this is where you need to get up close and personal to the person and you need to be purposely smelling them to get these notes. Okay, so now that we went over the different types of notes, top, mid, base of the perfume, you know kind of how it works because these are throughout the day. Your top notes are maybe early in the morning when you first apply your fragrance. These might vary from anywhere depending on the fixation of the perfume and how you applied it. We'll get over that soon. Is the amount of time that you're actually going to have available with those top notes. So it could vary anywhere between maybe an hour and maybe 3 hours. In the morning, that's when it's going to be the freshest. Your midtones, it's going to be anywhere from, let's say, right, you're at work. From 8 to 10, you're going to have your top notes. From 10:30, starting off at that time. It varies depending on the perfume, right? But this is just a general, vague example. From 10:30 all the way maybe to 4 o'clock, you're gonna have those midtones, okay? It has a nice solid maybe 4 to 5 hours on it, and then you're gonna have your base notes, which is going to go on for the rest of the day until you take a shower, maybe even further. But wait, you also need to think about the time of day. What's the use you're going to be giving to that perfume? Maybe you're aiming for a perfume for the night, or maybe you're going for something a little bit more fresh, something for the day. These things you need to take into consideration. So, my rule of thumb, I like to stick with nice, fresh, citrus, floral, or fruity fragrances. I like to keep those during the day. They are fresher. They project something that is a little bit more relaxed. You don't have something extremely overpowering, especially if you're going to be in your work area. If it's nighttime, I like to go with something like leathers, spices, woods, maybe your coffee. All those types of things and smells you need to take into consideration whether you're going day or night. Is it a date night? Because if it's a date night, you might want to go for something a little bit more subtle. Let her or him, whatever you're into, discover that perfume, okay? Let them get close, let them sniff you, let them smell the sexy awesomeness that is you and your fragrance. For example, in my case, this is one of my go-to perfumes for the daytime. This is Eternity for Men. This is the Air by Calvin Klein. This was actually gifted to me by one of my dear friends, Ephraim. Thank you, my dude. I still have it. I love it. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, my dude. But this is one of my go-to perfumes for when it's daytime. It's nice, it's fresh, it's playful, it's professional. It doesn't smell like you're going to the gym, but it definitely does have that very masculine, relaxed feel to it. This is one of my favorites. If I'm going on a date, I have my lady with me, then I will use Chromazaro, and this is most of the time I will use this in the daytime. She loves this perfume. It has hints of bergamot. It has some hints of citrus in there. I'm not exactly sure which ones, but this is definitely a fan favorite in my case. Now for the nighttime, for the evening, I like to use Carolina Herrera CHHK for Men. This is an extremely versatile perfume, in my opinion. I am not a perfume guy. I'm just telling you guys what I have in my collection. I have a slightly larger collection than what I have here showing you guys in the video, but this is a very versatile perfume. I tend to use this for the evenings. If I know I'm going to be out for not too long, maybe a couple of hours, I will slap this on and it is absolutely amazing. For the nighttime, however, I like my spices. I like leathers. I like that really masculine smell. John Varvatos, Nick Jonas. I believe this is the Crimson version. I'm not entirely sure. I'll link it down in the description below. But this is a really spicy perfume. I really think this one is really, really nice for the evenings, for the night times, because it tends to be a little bit more strong. But then we enter in what is the application, and let's get into that right now. Wait, quick comment. My bad, guys. So you don't need a lot of money to get into perfumes. If you like fragrances and you think you need to spend $60, $70, $100, $200, $300 on a perfume, you're absolutely wrong. Nowadays, there are plenty of subscription deals that you can get online. They are pretty cheap, and you can get small little perfumes that you can try out, or maybe just grow your collection based off small perfumes like I've done, and they're not that expensive. You don't need to break your bank to smell good. Another option is, at least here in Puerto Rico, in our malls, we have something called the extracts, which is the extract of the perfume, right, without the solvent of alcohol or whatever other solvent they might use. They just give you the extract and it comes in the form of an oil. In my case, I own a bunch. Right here I have 1 Million Lucky. This is in a 1/3 of an ounce. This is for men, and this is a very nice, fresh smelling perfume. For something a little bit more floral, I might want something like Versace Eros Flame for men. This one's very fresh, but it's also kind of for like the night or evening, I would say, where that's at least how I prefer to use it. That is up to you. But there are some perfumes that are specifically designed to be worn at a certain time of day. So you don't have to break the bank. All right, so how do you apply perfume, a fragrance, some cologne? Well, that's up to each and every individual on how they like to wear their perfume. However, I do think there is a correct way. For example, today I'm going out in the evening, going out with some friends. It's gonna transition from the evening to the nighttime, so I want something a little bit more spicy, a little bit more sexy, but I want it to be subtle. So the way that you do that is by applying your perfume in pulsing areas, okay? That might be your neck or behind the ears. This is a really popular one if you want it to project kind of like upwards, anywhere where your neck is gonna be. At neck level, people, when you walk by, people will be able to smell you, and that is something that is actually important to me. I want to smell good without really announcing it. So if I walk by somebody or somebody walks by me, I want them to pick that up without it being obnoxious in general. So behind the ears is a really good option. If you want something that projects forward, you might want to do one spray in the chest area. That is a very good place to start off with if you have no idea how to wear perfume. Also, pulsing areas like your hands. I like the hands or maybe even the knuckles, because now with COVID-19, something that is very popular is fist bumping. It's been around for a while, but now it got really popular. Fist bumping somebody. If you have it on your knuckles, on your hands, that person might actually be able to smell it on them during the day. So that's just a little mean trick that I have up my sleeves just to catch people's attention if I really wanted to. But your hands, your wrists is a really good place. You could also, inside the elbow is a really good place if you want to project kind of in that mid body. So if you're going to be seated all day, your chest and the inside of your elbows is a really good place. All right, so I don't think that your crotch should have any sort of perfume. In my opinion, there are specific products made for your crotch, for fragrances and stuff like that, because the skin on your crotch is a lot more sensitive. You don't want to irritate anything down there and then be uncomfortable all day. So please guys, no perfume on the crotch. The chest will do just fine. And finally, when do you wear a perfume, guys? Well, any chance that you get, any chance that you have to smell good, you want to smell good. The number one thing that women actually look out for with men or with whoever they feel attracted to, it is their smell. And a lot of guys do this as well. I do this a lot as well. If somebody walks by and they smell good, I immediately turn my head and I think, dang, you smell good. So keep that in mind, guys, whenever you're going out. If you're going out in the day, in the night, you're going to the beach, you're going to the gym, there is a fragrance for everybody and every situation. So make sure to pick up a couple of bottles and up your game. Guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, consider subscribing, turning on that bell notification icon so it can let you know whenever I post a new video. Like the video if you liked the video, and share it with a dude or a friend that you think needs some style and lifestyle advice. Guys, I'm here for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and stay stylish.